Good morning. Sorry that you could not make class today for Monday, December the 6th. Today, we had a little bit of a mix up with our activities and things that are due in Buzz. And you probably noticed that you received a note that said that you had like 4 assignments that were past due. That is because there was a mix up in the date and the pacing guide for Buzz. So today I just want to go over what is due, what you should be able to do. It should have corrected itself by now, by the time that you watch this video. So today we're going to start Unit 3B, which is really the Roman Catholic Church and how they controlled mostly all of Europe during the medieval times. And during this time period, also how they started a crusade or a movement to take over the Holy Land, and how Christians and Muslims fought with one another to control that piece of land. And we'll talk about that, where it's still going on today. So the first thing we did today in class is we looked at a very famous picture of the time period that we're talking about, the Crusades, and I asked everyone to make 2 observations about this painting. And we had some great responses. A lot of people said that, people look like they're looking up to the heavens. You notice that the top part, or the heavenly part of this artwork, is very light, and there's some dark regions here that looks like 2 people have perished at the bottom part of it. We talked about that today. We also looked at the reading, which is 3B.01. 3B.01 is due tomorrow, and 3B.01 is the role of the Roman Catholic Church. And in the reading, I read it and highlighted some of the key areas of understanding that you should be able to know and understand. Mostly, primarily, that the Roman Catholic Church was above kings. They appointed kings' positions, claiming that the church had divine right. So that the Catholic Church had the divine right to appoint different kings in different regions. The king would answer to the Pope. So the Pope really was in control of all of Europe at that time. And the system of the Roman Catholic Church, they were probably one of the wealthiest and the most powerful people in all of Europe. We talked about monasteries and how monasteries were developed by the Roman Catholic Church. And in the monasteries, monks served. Monks were a religious order that brought peace and stability to a lot of communities. They not only would preach, spread Christianity, but also, wrote and made Bibles. They were scribes. They also took care of the food and the needs of a lot of the poor people in the community. Monasteries later became areas of centers for learning. If you remember, Mansa Musa back in Africa made all these beautiful learning centers. Well, you didn't really have that in Europe until the Roman Catholic Church took over, and a lot of monasteries became centers for learning for people to get degrees in theology, and become priests. So you see that happening in this time period. And of course, the questions are there for you to look at. You don't need to answer them, but you do need to do the questions that are in the read quiz. Don't do the read quiz until you have looked at this quick little video. It's like 3 minutes long. It's a great review for you to use for your read quiz. It does a lot. It covers a lot of the reading as well. So please make sure to look at that reading or that video about the reading. If you get to the next reading, that's great. If not, I'm going to be going over that in class tomorrow. So I hope you all have a great day. Please know that if you have any questions or concerns, you can feel free to email me. But please do look at when things are due and make sure that you have the correct dates. Okay, so have a great day. I apologize for any inconvenience, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.